回の続きから10分くらい探索してどこ調べたらかわからんかった。ポイントじゃなく範囲で示されてたもんね。
Aha! This wasn't done by animals. They must have gone into the woods this way.
人間がやったってのはわかってんねん。方向もね。北の森に逃げたっていう話だった。D のポイントにも調べる対象がありそうや。戦闘になるんかな？強盗を調べるってなっていたよ。死体かもしれないね。
They went deeper and deeper, for sure.
探索箇所はこれか、わかりにく。探索範囲も絞られてきたな。行ってみるで。ヘイスさん、山賊の遺体の前で棒立ちしてんな。特に会話をしてくれるでもなく。血まみれのひづめ削り？これ、馬小屋の人の持ち物じゃないの？
Why, it's a hoof pig. Someone in Neuhof must know more about it.
怪しい言動の青年ジンジャー、ひづめ削り、言い争い。茜ちゃんピーンときました。名探偵、戻って問い詰めようか。ジンジャーがおらへん。ますます怪しくなってきたね。他の人に聞いてみようか。
Do you know whose hoof pick this is?
Ginger's. He was always bragging about it. Why do you ask?
やっぱり、あいつ何か知ってるな。
I found it on one of the bandits in the woods.
But he... Because of him? Because of him they murdered us? Lord in heaven!
Wait, hold on. You think Ginger was responsible for the attack?
He ran off! Don't you see? He
逃げた。
was so strange and then he ran off! Why the hell would he do that?
That does sound rather odd. And you don't know where Ginger could have gone?
Dunno. Ask Jakob.
ふむ、最初に話した怪我した人やな。行くで。
Any idea where I might find this Ginger?
Well, that's the thing. He packed up and left.
What?
Look, I know how he looks. But Ginger is a fine fellow. I don't believe he had anything to do with the attack.
Where could he have fled to?
I might know. But you gotta promise me one thing. When you find him, listen to what he has to say before judging.
お？なんか事情があったんかな。
Sometimes the charcoal burners come to see him. He gets on well with them. I think that's where he's gone.
And where is that?
No idea. They've always kept to themselves, you know, charcoal burners.
But the forest is full of folk like that. They could be anywhere.
Aye, except these ones won't be far. If you follow the stream from the stud farm towards Rate, you'll come across one of their camps. Only
what?
Ginger didn't go that way, though. He always went by the big road, through the woods in the direction of Uzhitz.
But how can I find them?
There's always smoke when they work. You'll smell them before you see them. And they need to be near water. There's that too.
So if I go through the woods along running water, I'll find them?
Exactly. Take care now.
何らかの理由で逃げ出したジンジャーの捜索。川沿いにある炭焼き場をまずは探せばええんやな。煙上がっとる。ここや。
My respects to you.
Could you help me?
Depends what you want, doesn't it?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry, there's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
あれかくまってるとかか
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late. But that Ginger lad really hasn't been here.
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice. So how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad. For the love of God. There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him. And the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch. Although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No. But they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Do you have any idea where else he could have gone?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and Uzets. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
ここにはおらへんってことと、
Right.
他にも彼を探してる人がいる。
Take care now.
目撃者として狙われてる。とか。広範囲で見つけるの大変かと思ったけど、道なりにあった。
Good day to you.
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Do you know anything about him?
I know him. What do you want of him?
お、
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, you'll have to go somewhere else to find him.
Are?
He didn't come here much.
また場所が違うのかな。どこ行ったんや。
I really must speak with him. A murder was committed at the stud farm, and that boy probably knows who did it. I have to get him to talk.
And you think he had a hand in it?
Hard to say. He ran away, but on the other hand, it seems he stabbed one of the attackers.
Well, when you put it like that, it's clearly urgent business. I do know him. Not personally, but I've seen him around. He's friends with the charcoal burners down by Townburg. I know he hangs around with the twins there.
Downstream,
ま
by
た別の
Townburg.
炭焼き
Somewhere
場
by the castle.
If you follow the river to the west, you're bound to run into them. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
Some other men have been around asking about him, but they weren't as convincing as you. I'll be with you.
彼を追っている人たちとは戦いになるかもしれないね。用心して捜索せんとな。この辺りは、ハンス君と狩りした場所や。どうやらファストトラベルじゃなければマップが開けるので間違いなさそう。あれか。今回移動ばっかりやな。今度こそ見つかるといいね。固有名がついてる人がええかな。
God be with you.
I'm looking for a stable boy from the stud farm. I've heard he's hiding with some charcoal burners.
I don't know anything about that. No one ever comes here. What with the smoke and all.
I see, but...
They say it makes their clothes weak. Don't
クエストは進行したけど、双子って言ってたしな。
make it stronger.
他の人にも聞かないと、だね。双子、彼がきっと当たりやな。一応、他の人もチェック。
God be with you. I'm looking for Ginger. I've heard he's hiding out with some charcoal burners.
Ginger who?
The stable boy from the Neuhof stud farm.
I don't know anyone from there. May the Lord watch over you.
選択肢もなしか。
Good day to you.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why don't you look for him at the stud farm?
He was there, but now they say he's hiding amongst some charcoal burners.
And where did you hear that? Anyhow, there's no one of that description here. Try asking somewhere else.
And where will I find him then?
When you travel upstream, you're sure to run into more charcoal burners. But charcoal burners can be found everywhere there's trees and water, so...
Look, a terrible crime's been committed at Neuhof, and Sir Radzig wants the culprits found. And here you are making it harder for me.
Well, if you've been sent by Sir Radzig, you can deal with those two criminals who've been lurking around asking about the same boy.
And do you know where they are?
They won't be far, but I don't know where exactly. From here they headed south, so maybe try there. There are plenty of good hiding places around.
So you're saying I should find them and kill them?
Just see to it they can't cause any trouble here. And then I'll tell you everything I know.
あれ？双子以外で話が進むとは予想してへんかったな。これもまた複数の解決方法
There's
があ
no
る
time
パ
for
タ
that
ーン。
now. First I have to speak with Ginger.
You'll never get to talk to Ginger if they kill him first, will you? Is that the kind of justice you want?
But I don't know where to look for them.
They're always wandering about here. Their hideout must be somewhere nearby. They came here from the east, across the bridge, threw their weight around, and then went back the same way. And I know of only one place in that direction.
What place is that?
There was a camp between here and the charcoal burners in the east. They're most likely there. We'll lead you.
That's fair. I'll look for them.
The words of a true man. Once you take care of them, come back and we'll talk.
God be with you.
じゃあ、双子と会話したらどうやろ。
God be with you.
Where are you hiding Ginger?
How did you... What the hell are you talking about?
Don't try that one on me. I know he's friends with a pair of twins from here. I'm here on the orders of Sir Hanush, and I need to talk to Ginger about the raid on the stud farm.
If Sir Hanush sent you, then you should deal with those two cutthroats who've been creeping around here asking about the poor boy. Once you take care of them, we won't have to hide him anymore.
リーダーと話した時と同じく、双子から聞いても、同族を倒すことになったね。
Right. You get rid of them, and I'll tell you.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge, so I reckon they must be somewhere between here and our neighbours.
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there somewhere leading to an abandoned camp.
Good luck to you.
ほう、嘘をついて倒したことにする方法もあったけどさ。それをやってしまうと、なんか、後で取り返しつかんことになりそうな気がして。ああ、炭焼き場が荒らされたり、ジンジャーが襲われてしまったり、あるかもしれないね。ここは、あかねちゃんが一肌脱いで、問題解決をしてやろう。すでに、二人組ということが判明しているね。ほら、なんか、森の中の小道が怪しくね。名探偵あかねちゃんのセンサーが、この先を指し示してる。鋭い。はっ。前方に人がおるな。お姉ちゃんの推理が当たった。この前のハンス救出時と同じ鉄は踏まない。マップ確認よし。まさか、この後死ぬことまで推理している。お姉ちゃんすごい。なんか複雑やなそれ。なんか話してる。マット、そんなに近づいたらあかんやろ。特に気にしていないみたいだ。
No, boozing alone is shameful. But I always felt good when I went back to the woods on my own. Who's there?
さて、どうしたものか。やはり、ここは、弓で先制攻撃を。当たったか？位置がバレバレだ。 視界が悪いな。結局こうなるんだよな。怠慢ならなんとかなるかもやけど。
Quitting? I'll slaughter you. Is that all you've got? Damn.
一人倒せたかもしれん。回復アイテム的なものはないか？お酒で5回復してもな。スタミナ最大値が少なすぎる。
Bollocks! It'll all be over with you soon. You get
ああ。惜しい。は、ここからは面倒やな。双子との会話からじゃん。ついに、初めて、あれを使う時が来た。なんだろう？第1話だっけ？任意のセーブをするには、って話をしたやんな。ああ、救世主のシュナップス。せやな。双子との会話と移動を繰り返して戻ってくるのが面倒すぎる。今ここで、救世主の力を見せてもらおう。ゲームが保存されました。すごくめたいけど、やったね。ほう。錬金台で作ることもできるんやね。何度倒されようが、セーブポイントが近ければ、お姉ちゃんはいくらでも戦える。せやな。そう聞くと、これは、ゾンビになれるお酒なのかな？弓装備外れとったわ。装備してから、セーブが良かったけどまあええか。
What did you do with the loot? Got wenches, booze, and indulgence.
I'll slaughter you.
もうダメな気がする。
Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere.
いけるいける。お姉ちゃんなら、明るい未来が見えない。
You're weak at the knees, have you? You're dead. You get what for?
もう、大事なのはこの後や。どこから再開する？よっしゃ。これで何回倒されてもすぐ復活やな。弓じゃなくて、一回攻撃で一人倒しきるってのはどうだい？ありかもしれない。ゆっくり背後から近づいて。なんで、草。もう場所分かっていましたよっていう流れるような動きやったで。こんなんじゃダメや。はい、次の方、どうぞ。弓で釣るっていうのが大事なんですよ。そうですね。当てる当てないじゃない。気づかせてやればいいのです。そうですね。気づいてない？そうですね。いや、走ってきた。これで一人だけが走ってきたら、こっちのもんや。二人来たー。そうですね。 もはや剣を交えるまでもないか。こっちが死亡してるんだよな。ここが地獄ですか？いいえ、まだまだ生きてもらいます。認殺作戦。キッズ、メインクエストだから、これで順当なんだよね。来た。やっと怠慢にできた。千載一遇のチャンス。二人目来た。これはどうしたものか。よし、うまくいった。十分に距離を取って。普通に負けました。1対1で勝てないか。これ、ノーマルだぜ。カッコつけてハード選ばんでよかったで。ここまでひどいって絶対うちがなんか見落としてるんやろうな。そうなのかな。ああ、もう、二人走ってきてるの見えたよ。あれ？すで、ついに死にすぎてナメプされた？あかねちゃんは、このチャンスを逃さない。一人倒した。いけいけ。なかなかやるな。
You're dead.
やったー！ついに。ああ。ごめんごめん。マットに当たってた。危ない。マットちゃん？ちょっとどいてほしいの。とどめさしちゃったんだ。あ、もしかして倒せば、それでよかった系。何も考えてなかった。すまん。苦戦させられた敵だったけど、ごめんね。
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've taken care of those two cutthroats.
You don't look like you've been in a fight.
If you don't believe me, go and see for yourself.
All right, all right. All that matters is they've been taken care of.
They're dead. So, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Ginger was here, but the lads hid him away somewhere. I suppose there's no need for that anymore. He's in no danger now, is he? And nor are we.
That's right. You're safe now.
All right. They're hiding him nearby. A little way along the route to Uzhitz, there's a path to the right leading to a spring. From there, you'll find an overgrown trail to a ruined hut.
Finally, some useful information. Thank you, charcoal burner.
Take care now.
ジンジャーの居場所が分かったな。うん。双子にも報告するとどうなるのかな。
Good health to you.
You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Uzhitz until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
Farewell.
同じ場所だよね。と、思うねんけどな。まあ探してみよっか。お、これかな。ああ、探したよ君。
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time.
見解の相違
Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Uzhitz and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Uzhitz, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from Uzhitz, and he has a limp.
He limps and he's from Uzhitz. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
It's all I know. I never talked to him.
And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough. but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Ujits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still.
There was nothing you could do.
わ、ヘンリーが一番それを分かっているよな。どうすることもできずに、両親を目の前で亡くしてるからね。それにしても、ジンジャーは襲撃に関わってはいなかったか。名探偵、ミスリードにハマった。
I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
戻らせてしまうと、馬小屋の人に報復されるってことはないか？確かに、まだ犯人だと疑われている節もあったからね。
Would you? You'll definitely have their respect, the way you took care of those cutthroats.
ノイホフに戻って報告と、ジンチャーは悪くなかったんだよって伝えてあげよう。足を引きずっている男ってのも気になるね。襲撃者たちは、殺しを良しとしない派閥もいて、口論が起きた。足を引きずっている男は、ジンチャーにそのまま伏せていろって、助けてくれたくらいだから、殺しには関わりたくない側の人だったという人物像が見えてきたな。そういう話だったね。
Well, well, look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and...
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks, because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way, and I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report.
師匠にめっちゃ説教された。突っ走ってしまって、ほうれん草ができていなかったね。
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
I found Ginger. He begged me to ask if he can return.
Why should I take him back? It might be his fault I had to bury my husband.
What?
Why else would he flee but guilt? The men said they didn't see him in bed. He didn't have a clean conscience because he gave those murderers a signal.
That's not true. He fled because one of the attackers recognized him and Ginger was afraid he'd come back and kill him.
Those are just excuses. He wouldn't dare come back.
But they came back the very same day. If he hadn't run, they'd have killed him and everyone else.
But why would they do that?
Why not? They'd already murdered several people, why not a few more?
And now I'm supposed to take him back? What if they come back for him and kill one of my daughters in the process?
The cutthroats who were after him have been taken care of. And the rest have no reason to return here.
And what about for revenge? I can't take him back.
I understand your concerns, but you just need to ask Sir Hanish to leave you a guard. Those bandits might be willing to take on a few stable boys, but not an armed soldier.
I'd definitely feel better if someone was here a few days to keep watch.
It can be arranged. I'm sure Sir Bernard won't object.
Good then. Let the lad come back again. Goodbye.
おう、夫が殺されてしまって、やっぱり疑われていたけど、ヘンリーがうまく説得できたようやな。これで、ジンジャーはノイホフに戻っても良さそうだね。ラジック卿への報告が、この場所になってる。場所は、壁の中か？いつからそんなとこにいたの？さっきうちが通り過ぎたとき、どんな気持ちで見ててん？ふふ。
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
個人的には、報告は簡潔に。だけど、全部話聞けたから事細やかにするな。
A lad they called Ginger fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him.
選択を誤っ
He
た
was
か？
well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Uzhitz. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Bierhalle to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Bierhalle?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Uzhitz. I found out one of the bandits is from there. A fellow they call Limpy Lubos.
いつ名前を知った？カットしてるとかじゃなくて、ほんまに突然名前出てきたな。フラグ管理のバグとかなんかな。まあええやん、そういうこともあるさ。そしたら、あとはジンジャーに戻ってきてもええでって、 知らせてあげたら、一連のノイホフのクエストも終わりかな。ウズヒッツって場所はこの辺りか。なぜ、このメインクエストを始めたかっていうと、バーナード隊長に訓練してもらいたかったのに、いつもいる場所から離れてしまっていたんだよね。また、ラッペーで手取り足取り訓練してもらえるかは分かってないんやけど、とりあえず、元の場所に戻ってほしいなって。今回もそうだったけど、戦闘辛いもんね。あ、ほら、隊長も帰路に着いたんやないか。ラッペーに帰ったら、またしごいてもらわないと。
You can return home. It was hard work to convince them, so please don't get into trouble when you go back.
Thank you. I'd like to give you something, but I've got nothing, except if you're ever traveling by way of Neuhof, stop by and I'll show you something with the horses.
よし。これにて一件落着。気をつけて帰りーな。そしたら、あかねちゃんは、この箱の中身もらって帰るから。そういえば、ピッキングの設定変えてから、結局してなかったね。どう簡単になったんだろ？ああ。オリジナル設定は L スティックで回転だったけど、簡易設定では L1 ボタンを押すだけで回転になってんね。でも難しいのはミニスティックなんだよな。回転に合わせて、スイートスポットに一致するように移動させてるのか。少しは楽になったけど、それでも難しいな。ここからラッティへ帰る途中に、指輪を渡すサイドクエストあるから。これも済ませておくね。
Good day to you.
Miller Peshek from Ratai sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking bauble. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the? Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece of junk. It was just a test to see if you've got the balls to work for the miller. It's a custom of ours, testing fledglings in the trade with a nice little wild goose chase. We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if you're willing to use your head. Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
What am I to do with these things I pilfer? No one will buy stolen goods from me.
Buying and selling stolen goods is a crime. But if they're worth something, I can make sure they're, properly cared for. Not that I'd buy them from you, but I could, store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something, and I happen to find it, I can bring it to you to store, and I'll get groschen for it.
That's the
盗品を買い取るんやない。預かるんや。物は言いようですね。
Do you need help with anything?
Just in time. There is a certain matter I need resolving. I have some scores to settle with the commander of the Talmberg Guard, and I want to get my own back.
ああ、
You may have
うちも
heard
身
that
に
Sir
覚えがあ
Robard
りま
of
す。
Talmberg is a stickler for having all his gear neat and tidy.
The commander of the guard? Sir Robard? I'm already confused. Just tell me what I need to do.
It's like this. I want you to break into the Talmberg armory and steal a few Waffen rocks with the coat
お
of
姉
arms
ちゃん
on
に
them.
その依頼をするのは草入る。タルンベルクでの出来事は忘れない。
He'll see to the commander of the guard, who's the only one with keys and answerable for their safekeeping. When Robard finds out he's losing things from under his nose, he'll have him whipped. And I'll get what I'm after. Satisfaction. Take at least 5 Waffen rocks to make it a proper stink.
また、タルンベルクで盗み働くって、正気かよ。 やりましょう。快楽したー。
What am I to do with the Waffen rocks once
リベンジマッチやで。お主も悪よの。まあすぐにじゃなくて、また立ち寄った時にね。おすすめしたくはないけど、サイドクエストだし、ね。それにしても、この世界の粉引き職人さんは悪い人しかおらんな。ベジェクさんとボイゼックさん、どちらも盗品を買い取ってくれるね。悪人プレイだと、たくさんお世話になりそうだ。そろそろ、動画時間も気になるところだね。ノイホフのクエストは大変だったね。せやな。とにかくもっと強くならなあかんと思ったわ。次回は、どんなことが起きるかな。ちょっとずつやけど、KCD の世界の歩き方が分かってきた気がするで。戦闘については課題が山積みやけど、頑張ってみるな。というわけで、今回はここまで。ご視聴ありがとうございました。ほな、またね。